sounds pretty good. The North Mason High School Band just performed on the Fox local halftime show, and this morning we're hearing all about the experience on air. And joining me in studio, band and choir director Chris Drury, drum majors Athena Batista and Carl Lewis. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks so much for being here. I always love chatting all things band and music. Doesn't it feel good? It gets going through your bones. What an exciting experience. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, our marching band is a very active group in our community and in our school. We just finished our fall competitive marching band season. We're getting ready to start into the winter season. The halftime show is one of the things that these guys are a part of. These are my two drum majors, so they're kind of the leadership and helping steer the ship that we have as a marching band.
Yeah, well, talk to us, Athena, a little bit about your nerves and what it felt like. I mean, you're a band member. You know you have to perform, right? You always know you have to do that. But is it different when you get in front of a big crowd, and then different when the big crowd is there and then you're on TV?
Well, I think that as a responsibility as I have for a drum major, I have to forget my nerves because I'm responsible for like kids. So sometimes, you know, just performing as a regular person, I'm like, oh, I'm nervous. But when I'm up there and I'm supposed to help the kids and help our marching band members, it all goes away.
Yeah, I can imagine. And Carl, what about you?
A lot of the times when I get on the field, I kind of ignore the crowd.
Okay.
It's just me, and I'm looking at Athena to keep time. And I don't recognize the crowd until it's the very end of the show, and I have to bow.
That's good. So you guys have some good blocking mechanisms. I know in high school, I was trying to think back, I wasn't in the band, but I played sports, and I know that sometimes when they announced us on the field, I got really nervous just for the announcements to come through, so I kind of had to stand there and close my eyes for a minute. Talk about your band and what you have going on in the program at your school. Every school has great programs.
Definitely, definitely.
What do you guys have going?
Just like many schools out there, yeah, we have a very strong marching band. We have a very strong band program. North Mason has about 600 students in the high school, and our marching band, we had 65 students in it this past year. It's been a group that's been growing. We have two concert bands, a percussion ensemble, a choir. We do a musical theater in the spring.
Wow.
We're very active music, as I say, in our community. We just finished our competitive marching band, and the competitive marching band is the show that you saw where we go and compete against many other schools across the state. And then after we finish with this, we go out and we perform at parades. We have our local parade coming up here this Sunday in Belfair.
Oh.
So we're turning right around and learning music through the weekend so we can perform on Sunday. And then next Saturday we'll be in Shelton for the tree lighting parade there as well.
So you guys are super active, and I know a lot of high schools are super active. It's good to bring music across all platforms. How do you make a decision to choose what instrument you're going to play or maybe sing? I know I chose the flute way back in 5th grade, and I did it about a year. Then I kind of got into sports. So how did you guys choose?
So I learned how to play piano at a very young age, but there wasn't any extracurriculars for piano. So a friend of mine was like, why don't you just join marching band? They have percussion instruments. It's like the same thing. So I'm like, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Carl?
When I was in 4th grade, I decided to play trumpet, and then when I got to middle school, I decided that's not a good instrument anymore.
And why is that?
It's too small of a mouthpiece.
It's hard.
And it's hard to play. So I decided to switch to trombone because my older brother played trombone, and I figured he could teach me, and I stuck with it since.
You stuck with it? What's the best part of the trombone? Making the big slide?
Yeah, the glisses all going up and down it, yeah.
How hard is it, though, to play the trombone? I mean, it seems pretty hard. My son did it, and boy, there are a lot of odd hours practicing that I said, maybe you could go somewhere else.
It's not too hard. It's a lot of practice. The slide is kind of just like memorizing where my arm goes at certain times and just how far I'm reaching. But
Okay.
it's gotten easier over time.
Now, what would you say to kids and people like me, maybe who quit after 5th grade, to keep it going? I think I quit because someone challenged me in a challenge off, and I didn't want to challenge back because I didn't know the music. But what do you say to people who are kind of contemplating thinking getting into music and maybe not, or maybe doing it?
You're going to regret not being a part of that band family that you're in. Our group out here, it really is a family. The kids nurture each other. They help each other starting from the beginning all the way through their senior year. And you can be involved in multiple things. At North Mason, we have students that are in sports as well as in band. In fact, we have a knowledgeable member. We have a DECA member.
Great.
We encourage people to be in track and field, cross country, because you can do both.
Yeah, it helps across all platforms. All right, North Mason High School Band Director Chris Drury and drum majors Athena Batista and Carl Lewis, thank you so much for being with us and great performance last weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the season.